Happy Saturday night. If you are looking for a little inspo, motivation, I am here. I am calling this Bubbles, which is actually red wine, but Bubbles and Biceps, because I've had a couple clients say that they wish they had some motivation around the mindset and around what's going on in our minds during this time, and not just workouts and food. So if you are having a cocktail tonight, if you're having a mocktail, if you have some tea, if you are about getting ready to have dinner or about to get in a workout, I just wanted to come on here and talk about how to get in the right mindset as we're starting to transition possibly out of this quarantine. So some of my clients, one of them, actually a former client, now a friend, has lost 10 pounds in this quarantine. Another client has purchased a Peloton and has been going on her Peloton for workouts every single day. Another client who had a Peloton prior to this started doing daily 10-minute yoga from the Peloton. Another one of my clients joined a meditation training that she's doing all virtually. Another client has committed to an eating plan, and she's already lost 5 pounds in the last 2 weeks just by changing her eating. I personally have done my own transitions during this quarantine and some things that I want to share with you. So the moral of the story here is that wherever you're at in your health, wellness, fitness journey during quarantine, whether you're down in the dumps or you're, up in the clouds, you're so happy and giddy and proud of yourself during this time, I want to give you one thing that you can focus on no matter what your goal is. So if anyone's watching, hello, hi Jennifer, hey Karina, hey Shelly, hi Goldstein Routine, hey Eleanor, hi, how's everyone doing? Hello. All right, so I had this inspiration for Bubbles and Biceps because, like I said initially, if you're just joining, I wanted to give people a way that they can, focus on what's going on up here instead of just their fitness and their health and what they're putting into their bodies food-wise. So for me personally, during this quarantine, I've really been focused on my thoughts and my mindset. So I've been doing and recommitting to my meditation practice. I've been doing more yoga. I've been making my workouts a priority. Not intense workouts, by the way. The Step It Up with Steph workouts, some of them are intense, but some of them are not so much intense. So I've been making that a priority and making my mind a priority. So in the morning, I'll read a few pages of a book, or I will pray, or I'll do some breathing exercises. I'll read my mantras. I'll read some positive affirmations. That's really been my commitment during this quarantine, and it didn't happen overnight. It was just kind of like, what do I want to show for myself after this quarantine is over? And that's a question I've been asking a lot of my clients. What do you want to show for yourself after this quarantine? And that is the number one question. In fact, I'm going to write it in here, and I'm going to add some glitter because this is so helpful. What do you want to show for yourself after this quarantine? And it's not necessarily that you want to show that you have lost, 10 pounds. It's not necessarily that you want to show, some big epiphany you had in your business or in your job. It's not necessarily something massive. It can be something on a smaller scale, something that you have to take out of this quarantine and into, whatever the new normal is going to be. So if you are looking for that, and if you are interested in revamping your food, then you can focus on a few things. 1, have 5 servings of vegetables a day. 2, start your morning off with a smoothie. 3, cut out emotional eating at night. So that, I have another video about that actually if you're an emotional eater. But pick one thing with your food, just one thing. Next, if you're talking about workouts, pick one thing. Do you want to work out every day? Do you want to build more muscle in your legs and your arms? Do you want to lose weight? Pick one thing that you're focusing on. And finally, if it is the mindset, What do you want to show for yourself after this quarantine? Do you want to be more positive? Do you want to be less stressed? Do you want to be clearer? What's the one thing that you want to show for yourself after this quarantine is over? So, questions, comments, concerns. It's Bubbles and Biceps. Again, red wine. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. I'm going to wave to some people here. Actually, everyone. I'm going to scroll and see if there's a... Hey, Bakes. All right. Hi, Naisha. All right. Anyone want to comment? Best exercise to eliminate my stomach pouch. Hey, Stephanie. Great question. So, spot reduction is a myth, sort of. There are some things you can do to help reduce the tummy pouch, but 3 things I want to touch on. 1, stress. So if you have a lot of fat around your midsection, the pooch as you'd call it, that could be due to elevated cortisol levels. So we want to reduce cortisol. We can do that by sleeping more, meditating, breathing, but we can also do that by supplements. So if you've tried all those other things and you still feel like stress could be the cause, you should see Dr. Chavez, our naturopath doctor, and she can help you with supplements. So number 1 is stress. Number 2 for that tummy pouch is workouts that are full body HIIT workouts. So you want to do legs, arms, and core, not just core, because the full body workouts are going to burn more calories and burn more fat and build more muscle, which is going to speed up your metabolism. And finally, for that tummy pooch, we have the nutritional component. So try eliminating gluten, dairy, other inflammatory ingredients that could just make you bloated, like soda or diet soda, and see if that reduces inflammation and reduces the bloat, and that could get rid of the tummy pouch. But just remember, there's 3 different components. That, there's the emotional side, which is the stress. There's the physical side, which is the workouts, and then there's the nutritional side, which is the food. Beaches and Bobbles, hi. Reason to wanting to do something but can't figure out how to dig deep within myself to see it to fruition. Yes. So some of my private weight loss clients have felt intimidated by this time. If they're single, they felt intimidated because they want to have something to show for this time. If they're having kids at home and living with their family, they're just like, oh my God, I can't even dig deep. So wherever you are, whether you're too overwhelmed to dig deep or you're just putting a lot of pressure on yourself to dig deep, I would say to start small and chisel away. So because this is Bubbles and Biceps, I'm going to use the wine as an example. I'm not going to drink all of this in one gulp. I'm going to take a small sip. One small sip, over an hour, I'm gonna finish this with small sips. So if you're having a hard time trying to get deep to the nitty gritty, just tell yourself you're gonna dumb it down and do one small thing at a time. Think of that digging deep, like you wanna get to the bottom of this wine glass, but you need to see it through all those sips and all those layers. So you can't just get to the bottom by slamming it. You got to take small, steady sips. Great question. Hi, Holly. Hi, Andrea. So if anyone has any other questions, can be health, workout, fat, muscle, stress, food related, alcohol related, mindset is what I'm focusing on a lot today. If anyone has any other questions or comments, let me know. But just to recap, if you are looking at this quarantine period and wanting to kind of figure out how to make a dent in something, pick one thing, because the quarantine is going to be over before we know it. And if you haven't already made a dent in your grandiose plans, that's okay. Just pick one spot, one area, whether it is your diet and food, whether it's your body and exercise, whether it is your sleep, your stress, your anxiety, feeling depressed, whether it is feeling like you want to do something than your everyday job or have something more than your everyday life. Just pick one thing. It doesn't have to be a huge overhaul. Tennis quarantine exercises. Great question. Flasher, how are you? I'm focusing focusing on some strength training, like core strength training, because sometimes when I do too much tennis, I throw my back out. So I would say pick your problem area in tennis and focus on it. If you're too slow getting to the ball, go outside on the sidewalk and run sprints. If you have a problem with like serving and shoulder mobility, then do some shoulder exercises or arm circles to regain that mobility. Use a massager. I would say if you're focusing on a sport, pick your weakest link in that sport and try to build that up while we can't actually like full body play the sport. This is what you needed permission to be okay with. Yes, no problem. All right. Well, I'm making gnocchis, and I had 20 minutes for the dough to proof. So, what do you consider your best body area? Mine personally, are you asking like what my personal best body area is? I mean, I do like how strong my glutes are, but they do cause a problem when I'm trying to wear dresses or skirts that fit right. My abs, if I did clean up my diet and if I didn't drink any wine or have pizza once in a while, and if I, really felt like I wanted to go into my diet with a fine-tooth comb, then my abs would be my best and I would want to show them off all the time. But right now I enjoy a balance, and I don't feel the need to flaunt, a half naked body around. So I guess I would say my legs and my butt are my best body area. But I think I've been doing a lot of band workouts. My arms are pretty good too, I think, and I like them because I can see them and feel them and they're strong. I don't really like see my butt or my legs that much. Bob, you have the same problem with your dresses? Oh my gosh, please, Bob. All right, well, I hope everyone has a great night. Cheers to Bubbles and Biceps. And remember to focus on the mindset. Bye.